Besties, we need to talk about fast fashion. It is everywhere, and it is one of the biggest polluters of our planet. Not to mention that the people actually making these clothes are extremely overworked and underpaid. And to make things even worse, those exact same clothes are super overpriced. In this economy, no thank you. But here's the good news, you don't actually need to spend a fortune or support fast fashion in order to have a cute and stylish wardrobe. Today I am walking you through 3 super easy thrift flips that anybody can do. We're gonna be turning second-hand finds into classy, stylish pieces for your closet. And if your sewing machine has been intimidating you, do not let it bully you. I believe in you. Now let's get into it. We're gonna be starting off with a simple one, just so that we can ease into the thrifts and build up our confidence. But trust me, they keep getting better and better. We are gonna be turning a basic thrifted top into something quite luxury, old money coded. Think timeless, elegant, and effortlessly chic. But we are gonna be adding a little detail to make it more interesting. And also the ties on the side are really gonna help us get that tailored look without having to worry about zippers or perfect sewing. So let's head to the thrift and see what we can find.
For this top, ideally you want to go with something like a neutral color. If you can find like a cotton or linen, that will immediately make it look more expensive. I'm going to be looking in the blouses and in the long sleeve tops. I'm looking for an interesting fabric because the design is super simple. The textured fabric will really make it look higher end. I had no luck in long sleeve tops, so now I'm in blouses and I think I found some really good gems. I actually found the same top in 2 different colors. I picked this one in specific because of the texture of the fabric. They both have it. They're super large, so it gives me a lot of fabric to work with. Now the problem is, which one do I choose? I'm going with the white one just because I know that I'll get more wear out of this color. Let's get to the flip.
All right, let's get started. Let me tell you what I'm thinking for this top. If you have something that is a lot tighter fitting, you can literally just cut off the sleeves, put it on, and figure out how much you want it to cover your shoulders. Because this top is so big, the neckline on it is a little bit too wide for the boat neck style that I want to go for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an existing top that already has that shape and just trace it on here. And we're going to cut 2 of those. While I was cutting the fabric, I accidentally cut way too much. So I'm using part of the bottom hem to just add some width on the sides. From your remaining fabric, you're going to make the straps. I cut mine about 1.5 inches wide. Now that everything is cut out, you should have the front and back pieces as well as the straps. Now just pin and sew at the shoulder seams. Okay, now that that is done, you should have a neck hole that you can put your head through and try on the top. So far, it looks pretty good. Now I'm gonna take an overcasting foot and zigzag stitch along all of the edges and hem them as well. Now to sew the straps, you're gonna fold them in half. I started from the middle because my fabric was really delicate, and then I just flipped them over, did the same thing, and I cut off the excess. Now you're gonna flip them right side out, either with a safety pin or a loop turner. Now I am marking where I want my straps to go. I recommend doing it about 2.5 inches apart, and I'm doing it about 1 inch down from the armpit. And top stitch them in place. All right, I have finished the top and it's the cutest thing ever. I'm obsessed. Are you ready for a little sneak peek? That's all you get for now. I will be doing a full-on styled fashion show at the end of the video, along with price comparisons. You're gonna be shocked to find out how much we saved. Honestly, we might have actually made money from these flips. Let's move on to flip number 2. What is better than one top? A top that you can wear multiple ways. I have been seeing this top all over my Pinterest board. The best part is that you can style it in so many different ways. You can wear it forwards, you can wear it backwards. And I think when keeping in mind having a sustainable wardrobe, having pieces that can work as more than one thing is exactly what we need. If you've ever gone to the thrift, you know there's an abundance of cardigans. So I have no doubt that we will be able to find exactly what we're looking for. Let's go see what we can find at the thrift.
For this top, if you can find something that is really long but fits you perfectly in the arms, that is kind of the ideal shape because you won't have to tailor the arms. You can use the rest of the length for your straps. I'm personally looking for a solid color fabric, but I think that this would also look super cute with a print. Dang it. This is so cute, but again, 3/4 sleeve. Like, why? Why must you do that to me? Lucky for us, the cardigan section at thrift stores is usually very fruitful. So I have the 3 options today. I have this brown, I have a red, and this black already kind of has the shape that we're looking for, but I think that's cheating because I want to show you guys how to make it from like an actual cardigan. Sometimes the back of cardigans won't be very good for a versatile top that you can wear forwards and backwards, but we are going to deal with that. So don't worry about getting a top that has maybe like thicker hem like this. We'll deal with that later. I am gonna go with this long brown cardigan because I am a neutral tone girly. I love a brown top, and honestly, I don't have any long sleeve ones. So I think this will be perfect.
Let's talk about the plan for this cardigan. If you also have one that is long, like this one, and the sleeves fit you perfectly, the only thing that we're really gonna be changing is the length and adding ties. First step, we're gonna cut it the length that we want it, and we're gonna make straps out of the remaining fabric. If your cardigan had a thick neck hem, this is where you cut it off. To make sure that the edges don't fray, we're gonna be doing a zigzag stitch around the whole top. And we're gonna use the same method as the past top to make the straps. I have decided to add a lettuce hem to the bottom because I don't want to lose that much length, and I actually kind of like the visual interest that that gives to this top. I did go ahead and hem the neckline with a rolled hem. The settings that I use to do a lettuce hem, I keep my stitch length at 1 and my stitch width at 5. The tension's gonna depend on your fabric. I'm using a super thin and stretchy ribbed knit, and I have my tension set at a 5. Trick is you want to pull from both sides when you're sewing. Then I'm going to attach the strap. We are all done with flip number 2, and I'm actually so obsessed with it. It is so cute. I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek. All right, that's all you get for now. Don't forget about the little fashion show at the end. Now we're on to flip number 3, my favorite flip of the day. I am so excited for this. Let's talk 2-piece sets. They are everywhere, and it is such an easy way to look put together with minimal effort. The best part is that you can easily make a 2-piece set from a thrifted dress, and I will be showing you how to do just that. I am going for something like this. I really love the maxi skirt look with like cute little top. Let's go see what we can find.
Okay, we've arrived at my favorite section, the dresses. There's so much you can do when you thrift a dress. This one is super versatile. You can really get whatever length you want or whatever cut you want. I think something pink or red would be super cute for Valentine's Day. For dresses, you want to go for something that is a lot larger than your normal size. That'll give you so much room to play with.
I didn't have much luck at the first thrift store trying to find a dress, so I came to a second one, which is kind of like a consignment store. I also have a 20% off coupon here, so let's hope that we can find something good.
I ended up getting this dress. It's a super cute ruffle in the front, and it's like mesh sleeves. I think it'll give us a lot to work with.
Okay, let's talk about our plan really quickly. This dress is a maxi, and I really want to keep the length all the way to the bottom, so I'm going to prioritize the length of the skirt before the top. The skirt already has an elastic going around the entire waistline, so I'm going to actually keep that elastic because it fits me great. I'm basically going to cut a little bit above the elastic and then just fold it over to make a hem. But for the top, I'm gonna be completely reconstructing it. I'm thinking of doing something like this for the top. Because this dress has a lining and an outside fabric, I'm gonna be doing a basting stitch above the elastic and then cutting above that. Now I'm just folding it over and sewing with a top stitch while stretching the elastic. So it is the next day. Last night I was exhausted, but I was able to finish the skirt. Next, we are gonna move on to the top. There's actually not much fabric available for the top. I wasn't able to find a big enough dress to have a lot of fabric left over, at least not with a pattern and a fabric that I liked.
I had to take a moment to brainstorm to figure out exactly what I wanted, and I ended up landing on something like this.
I am cutting off the sleeves to make the flowy bit at the bottom, and then to make the halter, I am just using the fabric at the back. To make that curve for my breast, I am just using a French curve, and then I am sewing a basting stitch on the top of the sleeves and just pulling at the top string until it gathers the way that I want it. Then I am pinning that in place and doing 2 lines of top stitching to secure it. Okay, I can show you now kind of what I was thinking. It was really hard to do it on camera because I wasn't even sure, but now I have a plan. This is what the front looks like. This bottom part, of course, is gonna be gone. I have this extra piece from like the middle back part. So make it a case for an elastic like this. I'm gonna construct the back next so that I can decide if the halter is gonna work or if I need to figure something else out. I think I'm gonna use this. I don't know, I think this is 3/4 inch elastic. Making sure that I mark how wide the elastic is, I'm just gonna sew that with a top stitch and flip it right side out with a safety pin. In order to secure the elastic, I'm just going over it a few times with a zigzag stitch on both sides, and then attaching it to the top also with a zigzag stitch. But so far, I'm basically done. I just need to trim the bottom and hem it and just cut off all the strings basically. I'm gonna do that off camera so that I can show you the final project at the end. Are you ready to see the final pieces and how much money we made? Or I guess didn't spend. And that is it, besties. 3 beginner-friendly thrift flips that prove you can look stylish and put together without breaking the bank or supporting fast fashion. But wait. Did you really think I forgot about the styling and the final price breakdown? Absolutely not. Let's find out how much we saved. So here is the final old money inspired look. I found a few tops like this for different prices, so let's just call it $67 to be fair. And we made it for $5.99. Isn't that insane? I think that this might actually be my favorite one because I think it's the one that I'll get the most wear out of. It can instantly make any outfit look so classy. I kind of want to go back to the thrift store and get the other pink top so I can make it again in a different color. Let's move on to the final wrap top, which I may or may not be wearing right now. I found this one for $150. I'm sorry, what? That's crazy, but I also found another one for $80. So let's just call it $90 because I feel like $150 is really steep. And we made it for $5.69. Girl math says that we basically made $84, and you can't argue with girl math. Now on to number 3. I am so excited to wear this on vacation. I'm going on a cruise in May and I think this will be perfect. With this thrift flip, you're definitely getting the most bang for your buck. Speaking of bucks, sets like this usually sell separately for about $50. So let's call it $100 for a full set. But we got this one for, well, it was $8, but I had a 20% off coupon. So it was basically $6. That is $3 a piece. Sorry, I was picking my jaw up off the floor because of what? That is insane. So in total, we saved $239. I think that is incredible and we deserve a round of applause. I hope that you feel inspired and a little less intimidated to jump into your sewing journey. If you would like to try out any more beginner-friendly, thrifty DIYs, I have a pattern for this patchwork bag that is in my shop for free. I will leave the link down below. And if you try any of these, please send me pictures on my socials so that I can hype you up. Which one was your favorite flip? Let me know in the comments below. And of course, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, please consider subscribing and liking this video. It really helps a lot. Bye besties, I will see you next Thursday.